What happened? Somebody set us up the bomb. Main screen, turn on.
How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on your way for destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive. Make your time. Ha, ha, ha. Smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? ValleyFlyin here. I am back. Welcome to the channel. I am joined by my bearded brother, Combs. How are you doing, Combs?
Yo, what up? I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on.
I am glad that you had the time to be on because we are talking about the most overrated characters in all of Marvel Strike Force. And we got some good picks here. And before we get into that, I do want to remind all of you guys about the sponsors, BlueStacks. It is my emulator of choice, 60 frames per second. Make sure you got the latest version, and if you are not sure, uninstall it. Use the link in the description. Also, there is Valley merch. Combs, did you get your latest Valley merch?
What? Yeah, of course. My entire closet and wardrobe is Valley merch.
Nice. And you guys can have your entire wardrobe closet full of that too if you check out the link down below. There's also a link for Patreon. I actually finished the free-to-play farming guide. It's the farming guide. It's all done. It's on Patreon for the patrons, but just waiting to get the infographic and got to shoot that. So that should be out soon. All right. But let's get to this overrated characters. Now, to look at who is overrated, we gotta see where they're rated. And the only one that's really rating characters nowadays doing tier list is my other brother, Casino. And this is his list for 3.4.2. And I think it's a pretty good list. So we're gonna be pretty nitpicky in this video because most of the characters are where I think they should be, with a few exceptions. And we're gonna talk about those exceptions. First one, let's go to this god character, this god tier. And and this is in no particular order except by where they're rated on their tier. So for this list, god tier, demigod, elite, because those are pretty high on the rating scale. If they're in a usable, mediocre, and trash, well, we're not going to talk about them because we figure they're already rated pretty low. But right. God tier, there are a few that stand out to me. The first one that I want to mention is SpiderMan. And you got a pretty beefy SpiderMan.
Yes.
He's just not one of the best characters in the game, in my opinion. Not that he's a bad character, not by any means, but let's go take a look at his kit, because on paper, this guy is solid. And as you probably know, when you facing him on defense, he dodges all the time. Doesn't work out that way when it's your own Spider-Man though, right?
No, never. See, so you mentioned that my Spider-Man's pretty beefy. Yeah, he's pretty good. He's about 53,000 power. I've got the T4s on his unique ability, passive ability there, and he just never dodges. And he's the first one to die every time I do a Spider-Verse battle because he's squishy. So he's at 4 red star, 7 gold star, tier 12, and he's the first one to die every time. He has 83,000 health. That's insane for a character with all that stuff on him.
Yeah, he's very, very good, but just I don't think he's the god tier. He shouldn't be dying that much either. His opening move, very, very scary. This web slinger, putting defense down, that is a scary move. His next move is pretty scary. The stun, huge damage with the slow. After that, he kind of is just there. After that opening turn, and he could be blinded pretty easily. He could be. You could stun him if you could hit him on the AI, but good character. But I think he could be is a little rated a little high. Yeah, in my taste. So Spider-Man is the first character. Next character, Thanos, and this is gonna surprise some people because Thanos is one of the better characters in the game. I don't want to say best. Works very good on that BKET or BKT, whatever you want to call it. Where do you use Thanos outside of that team, though? Outside of the raids, putting him on that team, maybe in war. Do you really use Thanos a lot nowadays?
I mean, I don't really use Thanos at all.
Okay.
I think he's okay. Like, so I have him in like a BKT team, right? So best Kree team. But I use him with like Minerva, Groot, Star-Lord, and Rocket. And
that's the team right there.
He's just okay. Like, he gives energy, but I just feel like he's always dead. Like, he just dies so fast, and maybe mine's just not powered up enough. But I think he's a really good character still, because the energy is really good that he gives. But just not... I wouldn't put him at the top tier. I wouldn't put him at the top end. Maybe bump him down like one rank. Similar like with Spider-Man, just bump him down one rank. They're not bad characters.
Yeah, Thanos is awesome. His taunt is hard to get around. His energy that he gives out to the rest of the team, very good. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't think he offers a lot. And like I said, we're very nitpicky here. I would probably bring him down to demigod, maybe +1 when he's specifically in that BKE team in the raids. But other than Thanos is Thanos, good, but not one of the meta characters that I think you have to have in this game.
Yeah, 100% agree with that.
Next one is a legendary character. A legendary Shuri, and she wasn't on my original list, but you convinced me to put her on. Not one of the best legendary characters out there. Is good in a Wakandan team. So-so in a non-Wakandan team. Have you used her outside that Wakandan team?
Briefly, I've tried her with tech teams before, just
thoughts?
to kind of like see what it would be like. She's interesting, right? So like if you could put Shuri in a team with like Vision and Ultron, and then I don't know who else you want to put in there, but like that's an interesting
right
team.
There.
But it just kind of, she ends up being eclipsed, right? Because anybody that you even put in an Ultron team, you really don't need them anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, Shuri was there, and yeah, she gave defense up, but it's like, you would have won that fight anyways.
Yeah, so looking at her kit, that defense up is really good. That's her opening move. Where I think it really struggles for her kit, and just this one change would probably bump her back up to the god tier, in my opinion. But she's going to heal the most injured ally, 500 health, 15% of this character's max health. Mm-hmm. If that character is a Wakandan clearing 1 negative effect, now that happens after she does the healing. So if that lowest health ally has a heal block, she is going to heal that person. It's really a wasted heal, and then it's going to clear it. Yep. So instead of getting 4 heals, you're only getting 3 if it's going to that same character. So just changing that would make her a much better character. And even if you move the specific Wakandan tag, she would function in many, many teams.
Yes.
But yeah, just changing that I think would bring her up. But just because of the order that these proc in, I think she gets a little bumped down in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Would you bump her back up to god tier if that one change was made to her kit?
I don't know. I mean, it's not a Marvel Strike Force YouTube video if I'm not hating on Wakandan. So I don't know. It's kind of hard. I think I'd probably put her at elite.
Ooh.
And then if they did make that if they made that change, I'd probably put her up to demigod.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a little higher on her than you are, but I can see why you do that, especially if you don't like Wakandan.
Right.
All right, let's go to demigod. And this one was tough. I actually had a few characters in mind. The one that really specifically stands out is Carnage. And on paper, he looks really, really good. Yeah, I know. He's your favorite character.
It's true.
On paper, he really looks good. Let's go look at his kit. This is a strong move. Absolute Carnage. Huge damage. Bleeds. 2 turns. This is a crazy move.
Yeah.
His basic and his... Special. His special. They both look really good on paper. This is a huge damage move, this slaughter. I don't really think I maximize this ever, just because of the turn order and who I'm having in place with. So this is kind of a wasted move for me, in most battles. And then this cleave. This is an awesome move. You're chaining, you're spraying negative effects. But a lot of times with these basic and this special, it's just I'm being forced to attack a character that has no debuff. So the slaughter is kind of wasted. This cleave is wasted, and just I don't know. So any counter arguments to there? Because I know Carnage is one of your favorite characters.
Yes, I mean, really, of course, I mean, he's my favorite character. Just in general, I love his kit. A good way to kind of like, you can kind of like, what's the right word here? Like make him better, I guess, is, if you pair him with, this is going to sound so dumb, but if you pair him with Psylocke, because she can like take debuffs and put them on a specific target. If you have her, yeah, and then you can use the slaughter, but then it's kind of like you're building the entire team around that.
Scientist Supreme, Psylocke, and Carnage. That is the combo right there, guys.
That's the next video I'm putting out.
Yes. Alright, but Carnage, I think he's maybe elite with a +1. Where do you feel? Where would you?
Yeah, I tend to feel that way too. As much as I love him, I don't think he goes in demigod because you compare him with the other characters that are in like demigod, right? Like, yeah. He doesn't stand up to that.
These all have a purpose. Their kits, they work kind of how I think they were intended to work with most of these guys, and just
Like if we're reviewing individual characters and I say, okay, is Carnage the same as Yondu as a plug-and-play character? The answer is absolutely not. So.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the argument for Quake as well. Her kit's a little outdated, but for the 5th spot, I went with a different character. I went with the guy that has this guy right here, Korath, the Pursuer. Again, on paper, this guy's kit is amazing. But when you actually use him, there's not really a team for him. At least with Quake, you can make an argument there's a team for her. With some of these other characters, you make an argument. Where do you use Korath right now?
Not really anywhere because he doesn't fit anywhere. Because like he could go kind of like with mercenaries, like with like Kingpin and like a couple others like that. But it's like
kind of with Kree, but his kit doesn't really synergize with any of the rest of the Kree.
No.
So that's my main problem with him. He doesn't have a big usage. And then his ultimate. Let's talk about this ultimate because this looks great. 450% damage, heal block. The last part, 50% to 50% chance to apply ability block.
It might as well be a 0.1% chance. I think I've seen that happen 2 times ever.
It doesn't go off as now. If they made this 100%, I think his kit would be a lot more solid, be a lot more useful. But then you still have the problem of where do you put him? Where do you use Korath nowadays?
I mean, if that was 100%, because he's so fast, right? What's his speed? Can we look at his speed?
It is pretty fast, but the other thing, he's starting with speed up. So remember to multiply whatever you see by 1.5. 114. One of the fastest characters in the game on turn 1 because he starts with speed up. So
So if he could consistently if he could consistently ability block in the very beginning, I think that he could literally go on any team because then you could put him in there and like you could put him in like facing like Ultron teams and you could just immediately ability block Ultron.
You wouldn't need that 2-shot with Magneto and Vision. You just use Korath and it's done, right? Yeah. Saving a spot on that team. So he might be meta if you make this 100% or even bump it up to 70% like they did with Rocket's extra assist chance. So I think that would be a huge improvement for him. I think it's kind of harsh to put him in usable, but just seeing that I don't really have a team for him, I think that's kind of where I would think he belongs. What are your thoughts on him all the way down to usable?
Maybe put him in usable with a +1, like if you put him with like a Kingpin type team, like mercenaries, like Mercenary Riot Guard.
Even with that,
Kingpin doesn't. Yeah, it's just weird. Overall, it's just like he just doesn't have a home, and so that takes away. But as an individual character goes, it's hard.
Yeah, on paper, like I said, awesome character, but just the actual use that you're getting from him. I don't know where it is, man. I don't know where to put him. I've put him on that team. I've tried a few teams with him, and he just doesn't seem to work well in any of them. So that is it, guys. Look at this list. Tell me who you think should be on this list. I could see Quake there, maybe Deadpool as well. Any other characters that I didn't mention that you might want to put in the honorable mention category?
Just really depends. As individual characters go, I think that Pyro could get bumped down because Pyro without Magneto I don't think is very good.
Yeah, I'm normally using him on a Brotherhood team, so he's like one of the stars of that team. But outside of the Brotherhood team, I could see him getting a little less valuable.
So that's the only one. I mean, I just put him in Demigod +1, and then you put him with Magneto, and he's amazing. So
yeah, cool. Well, that's the list, guys. Let me know what you think of it. Let me see your top 5 overrated characters. And it is time for the next giveaway. This will be announced on Monday during the Q&A video. What are we giving away, Combs? I think we should do a $20 gift card. How does that sound?
Yeah,
All right.
That sounds pretty good to me.
$20 gift card, iTunes or Google Play. If you win, you get to choose. And to enter, you need to be a subscriber of this channel, and you need to leave a comment in this video with the hashtag. What should it be, Combs?
Take Valley's money. Hashtag take Valley's money.
Take Valley's money. It's actually sponsored by Clan HQ. So it's Clan HQ. So
hashtag take Clan HQ's money.
All right. No, Clan HQ giveaway. How about that?
Okay.
We'll do that.
All
Clan
right.
HQ giveaway. That is what you need to leave in the comments. That is the hashtag that I will search for when doing the drawing. So good luck, guys. Combs, shameless promotion time. Tell everybody where they can find you.
All right, guys, make sure to comment, follow, subscribe to my channel if you had fun with this video. It's Combs.
Combs.
You know, just Combs. That's me. Valley, maybe he'll leave a link in the description. We'll see if he likes me or not today. But I stream every day on Twitch. If you guys want to come over there, it's twitch.tv/Combs93. I'd love to catch you guys over there.
Cool. Check him out, guys. We just did a video on his channel about the worst teams ever, like the 5 worst teams. So check that out, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel. You need to be a subscriber to win the giveaway, and like button, notification squad, all that stuff, guys. Fun stuff. Check out the links in the description, and I will see you next time. Hulk fist bump. Do it with me, Combs. Give me the Hulk fist bump. Not the salute, the Hulk fist bump. Right into the screen.
Okay.
Right into the screen. Put your fist into the screen. And take it away. 3, 2, 1. ValleyFlyin out!